Stop whatever you're doing and pay attention to what I'm about to tell you, because this message didn't find you by accident. The universe has been trying to get your attention, trying to show you something crucial about your love life, about the person you're with or the person you're waiting for. And today, right now, in this exact moment, you're finally ready to hear the truth. This isn't just another video about relationships or love advice. This is a direct message from the universe to you, specifically crafted for where you are in your journey right now. And I'm asking you, begging you really, to stay until the very end. Because what I'm going to reveal might change everything you thought you knew about love, about your relationship, about your destiny. Before we begin this journey together, I need your help with something important. Let's create a powerful wave of energy as a community. I'm asking you to help us reach 100 comments on this video. Just 100 people sharing their experiences, their questions, their hearts. And please commit to watching until the final word, because those who stay until the end are the ones the universe rewards first. When you watch completely, you're telling the universe you're serious about receiving its guidance. Subscribe to this channel right now, because when you do, you're opening yourself up to receive more signs, more messages, more divine guidance about your love life. The universe will reach you faster. The algorithm will show you exactly what you need to see when you need to see it. And here's what the universe asks in return. Leave a motivational comment on this video. Share your story, your hope, your journey. That comment sends ripples through the universe, creating space for love to find you or deepen with the person you're already with. Now, let me tell you a story that will reveal the truth about your love life. There was someone, let's call them Alex, who lay awake one night staring at the person sleeping beside them. They'd been together for 3 years, living together for 1, and Alex had convinced themselves this was it. This was their person. This was their forever. They'd built a life together, merged their friend groups, adopted a dog, talked about marriage and children and growing old together. From the outside, everyone thought they were perfect together. Their friends would say things like, relationship goals, and I want what you have. Their families had already started planning the wedding in their minds. On paper, everything made sense. They had similar values, compatible lifestyles, shared interests. They rarely fought. Their relationship was comfortable, stable, predictable. But as Alex lay there in the dark, listening to their partner's steady breathing, they felt something they'd been trying to ignore for months. A hollow sensation in their chest, a quiet voice whispering that something wasn't right. They couldn't explain it logically. Their partner was kind, supportive, attractive, successful. Their partner loved them, or at least said so regularly. Their partner was committed, faithful, present. So why did Alex feel so alone? Why did conversations feel like going through the motions? Why did physical intimacy feel more like obligation than desire? Why did Alex sometimes look at their partner and feel like they were staring at a stranger? They told themselves they were being ridiculous, that real love isn't like the movies, that the butterflies fade and this is what mature love looks like, that they should be grateful for stability instead of chasing some fantasy of passion. But the universe was trying to tell them something. Through that persistent feeling of wrongness, through that voice that wouldn't be silenced, through signs they kept ignoring because they were terrified of what acknowledging them would mean. Meanwhile, across the city there was someone else, let's call them Jordan, who sat alone in their apartment watching couples walk by their window. Jordan had been single for 2 years after a devastating breakup that had shattered their belief in love. They'd dated since then, sure. Countless first dates that went nowhere. A few second and third dates that fizzled out. One situationship that lasted 3 months and ended with them feeling used and discarded. They'd been on the apps, tried speed dating, let friends set them up, put themselves out there in every way they could think of. Nothing stuck. No one felt right. And Jordan was starting to believe that maybe they were the problem. Maybe they were too damaged from their past. Maybe their standards were too high. Maybe they were meant to be alone. Their friends told them to lower their expectations, to give people more chances, to stop being so picky. Their family asked if maybe they were being too focused on their career. Self-help books told them they needed to love themselves first. Everyone had an opinion about why Jordan was still single, And all of it made Jordan feel like they were failing at something everyone else seemed to figure out easily. But here's what Jordan didn't know. Here's what Alex didn't know. Here's what you might not know. The universe had a plan. A perfect, precise, beautifully orchestrated plan that neither of them could see yet. One Saturday morning, Alex made a decision. They couldn't keep ignoring the voice anymore. They couldn't keep pretending everything was fine when their soul was screaming that it wasn't. They sat down with their partner and had the hardest conversation of their life. They tried to explain the unexplainable. How do you tell someone who's done everything right that it still doesn't feel right? How do you end something that looks perfect from the outside because of a feeling you can't even articulate? Their partner was devastated, confused, angry. They demanded reasons, explanations, something concrete they could understand. But Alex didn't have concrete reasons, just that persistent knowing that this wasn't their person. Just that feeling that they were playing a role instead of living their truth. Just that certainty that if they stayed, they'd be choosing comfort over authenticity. The breakup was messy and painful. Alex moved out, crashed on a friend's couch, questioned their decision 1,000 times. Everyone thought they were crazy. Everyone thought they'd thrown away something precious. Everyone thought they'd regret it. And for weeks, Alex wondered if they were right. Maybe they'd made a terrible mistake. Maybe they'd destroyed something good because they were chasing an impossible ideal. But the universe was at work. 3 months after the breakup, Alex's friend invited them to a gallery opening. Alex almost said no. They weren't in the mood to socialize, to make small talk, to pretend they were okay, but something made them say yes. That same inner voice that had told them to end their relationship. They threw on something decent and showed up, planning to stay for 20 minutes and leave. And that's when they saw Jordan, standing in front of a painting, completely absorbed, unaware that anyone was watching. There was something about the way Jordan looked at that artwork, the way they tilted their head, the slight smile playing at their lips. Alex felt something they'd never felt before, not even in the beginning with their ex. A pull, a recognition, a sense of coming home to a place they'd never been. They walked over, made some comment about the painting, and Jordan turned to look at them. Their eyes met, and both of them felt it. That electric moment that you can't manufacture or fake or talk yourself into. That knowing, that certainty, that feeling of, oh, there you are. They talked for 3 hours at that gallery. The conversation flowed like water, effortless and natural. They laughed at the same things. They finished each other's sentences. They shared stories and dreams and fears, the kind of vulnerable honesty that usually takes months to build. When the gallery closed, they moved to a coffee shop and talked for 3 more hours. When they finally said goodbye, both of them knew this was different. This was real. This was what they'd been waiting for without knowing they were waiting. Over the next weeks and months, Alex and Jordan fell in love in a way that redefined what love meant for both of them. It wasn't just butterflies and passion, though there was plenty of that. It was ease. It was safety. It was being able to be completely themselves without performance or pretense. It was conversations that went deep and stayed deep. It was laughter that came from genuine joy rather than forced politeness. It was physical chemistry that left them breathless. It was compatible visions for the future. It was supporting each other's growth rather than trying to change each other. It was choosing each other every single day, not out of obligation, but out of genuine desire. It was everything both of them had been told didn't exist in real life. Alex realized something profound. What they'd had before wasn't bad, but it wasn't right. And there's a crucial difference. You can have a good relationship with the wrong person. You can have kindness and stability and compatibility and still not have your person. Because your person isn't just someone who checks boxes on a list. Your person is someone who makes your soul feel at home. Someone who sees you, really sees you, not just the version of yourself you present to the world. Someone whose presence makes you more yourself, not less. Someone whose energy matches yours in a way that feels like music. And if Alex had stayed in that comfortable but wrong relationship, they never would have met Jordan. They never would have experienced this kind of love. They would have convinced themselves that the hollow feeling was normal, that real love is quieter and calmer and less intense than they'd imagined. They would have settled. And settling is the most dangerous thing you can do in love. Jordan realized something too. All those years of being single weren't wasted time. They weren't being punished or overlooked. They were being protected. The universe was saying no to everything that wasn't right so it could say yes to what was. Every failed date, every disappointing situationship, every moment of loneliness was actually the universe guiding them away from what would have been wrong and toward what was perfect. If Jordan had forced something with someone earlier, if they'd lowered their standards or ignored their intuition just to avoid being alone, they would have missed Alex. They would have been unavailable when the right person showed up. The universe had been holding space for this love, this connection, this person, and every single thing had to happen exactly as it did for them to meet in that moment, in that gallery, both of them finally ready. Now I need you to think about your own situation. Really think about it. Are you in a relationship right now? If you are, I want you to answer some questions honestly. When you're with this person, do you feel energized or drained? Do you feel like you can be your authentic self, or are you constantly monitoring your behavior, trying to be who you think they want you to be? When you imagine your future together, does it fill you with excitement or quiet dread? Do you feel seen and understood, or do you feel like you're constantly explaining yourself? Is the love easy and natural, or does it require constant work to maintain? Do you feel chosen and celebrated, or tolerated and criticized? When you talk to them, really talk to them, do you feel heard? When you're silent together, is it comfortable or awkward? When they touch you, does it feel like connection or obligation? Do you trust them completely, not just to be faithful, but to have your back, to support your dreams, to be on your team? Do you respect them, genuinely admire who they are as a person? Most importantly, does this relationship make you a better version of yourself? Or do you find yourself becoming smaller, quieter, less yourself? These questions matter because the universe is trying to show you the truth. If you feel a knot in your stomach right now, if these questions made you uncomfortable, if you're making excuses or justifications in your mind, that's a sign. The universe speaks through your body, through your intuition, through that quiet inner knowing that logic tries to override. You might be with someone wonderful who's just not wonderful for you. You might be staying because you're afraid of being alone, afraid of hurting them, afraid of making a mistake, afraid of starting over. But staying with the wrong person doesn't just block you from finding the right person. It blocks them from finding someone right for them too. It's not kind to stay when you know it's not right. It's not love to pretend. The most loving thing you can do for yourself and for them is to honor the truth. But maybe you're single right now. Maybe you're watching this and feeling that ache of loneliness, that fear that everyone is finding their person except you, that worry that maybe you've already missed your chance. Maybe you're exhausted from dating, from putting yourself out there, only to be disappointed again and again. Maybe you're starting to believe the universe forgot about you. Let me tell you something you desperately need to hear. Your person exists. They're out there right now, living their life, going through their own journey, being prepared for you the same way you're being prepared for them. Every wrong person you've dated taught you something you needed to learn. Every heartbreak made you stronger and clearer about what you actually want. Every moment alone taught you how to be complete by yourself, which is essential before you can be truly healthy with someone else. The universe isn't withholding your person as punishment. It's protecting you from showing up too soon, before you're ready, before they're ready, before the timing is right. Think about Alex and Jordan. If they'd met a year earlier, Alex would have still been in that wrong relationship. Jordan would have still been healing from their last heartbreak. The connection wouldn't have been the same. The timing had to be perfect. And your timing is unfolding perfectly too, even though you can't see it yet. Every delay is divine. Every no is protecting your yes. Every closed door is steering you toward the open one. The universe is working with precision you can't comprehend, orchestrating meetings and moments and circumstances. Your person might be going through their own journey right now, ending their own wrong relationship, healing their own wounds, becoming who they need to be to love you the way you deserve. You might need a few more months or years to grow into the person who's ready to receive the love that's coming. Trust the timing. Trust the process. Trust that the universe hasn't forgotten you. Here's what the universe wants you to know about true love. True love doesn't require you to shrink yourself. True love doesn't make you question your worth. True love doesn't feel like constantly walking on eggshells. True love doesn't leave you feeling anxious and insecure. True love doesn't require you to beg for attention or affection. True love doesn't make you feel crazy for having needs. True love doesn't criticize your dreams or mock your vulnerabilities. True love doesn't compete with you or keep score. True love doesn't make you choose between yourself and the relationship. True love expands you. It makes you feel safe enough to be vulnerable. It encourages your growth and celebrates your success. It matches your energy and effort. It shows up consistently, not sporadically. It communicates clearly and honestly. It respects your boundaries. It fights fair when there's conflict. It chooses you every day, not just when things are easy. It feels like home and adventure at the same time. It's peaceful but not boring. It's passionate but not volatile. It's partnership, true partnership, where you're teammates facing life together. The universe is sending you signs about your love life right now. Signs you might be ignoring or misinterpreting. That gut feeling that something's off, that's a sign. That person who keeps appearing in your life in unexpected ways, that might be a sign. That sudden urge to end a relationship, even though you can't explain why, that's a sign. That feeling of peace when you're alone instead of desperate loneliness, that's a sign you're ready. That person who makes you feel nervous but excited instead of anxious and scared, that's a sign. The universe speaks in feelings, in synchronicities, in patterns, in that inner knowing that doesn't require logical explanation. Pay attention. Listen. Trust what you know in your soul, even when your mind tries to talk you out of it. I want to tell you about the signs that you found your true love, the ones the universe sends to confirm you're with the right person. First, you feel peaceful. Not bored, not complacent, but genuinely peaceful. There's no drama, no chaos, no constant ups and downs. Being with them feels like coming home after a long day. Second, you feel seen. They understand you in ways that feel almost eerie. They know what you need before you ask. They remember the little things. They pay attention not just to what you say, but to what you don't say. Third, you feel free. Free to be yourself completely. Free to express your opinions. Free to have your own interests and friendships. Free to grow and change. They don't try to control or possess you. Fourth, you feel chosen. Not settled for, not a backup option, but actively chosen. They pursue you not just in the beginning, but continuously. They show up. They make time. They prioritize you. Fifth, you feel safe. Safe to be vulnerable. Safe to share your fears and insecurities. Safe to mess up and be forgiven. Safe to express your needs without being made to feel needy. Sixth, you feel inspired. They make you want to be better. Not because they criticize who you are, but because their presence brings out the best in you. Seventh, you feel balanced. Your relationship doesn't consume your entire life. You have space for yourself, your friends, your family, your passions. The relationship enhances your life rather than becoming your entire life. And here are the signs you haven't found your true love yet. Even if you're in a relationship, you constantly feel anxious about where you stand. You're always trying to prove your worth. You feel like you're giving more than you're receiving. You can't be your full self around them. You're afraid of their reactions. You spend more time analyzing the relationship than enjoying it. You make excuses for their behavior. You've lowered your standards to make it work. You feel lonely even when you're together. You fantasize about being with someone else. You stay because of time invested rather than genuine desire. You're afraid to leave even though you're not happy. You keep hoping they'll change. You feel relief when they're not around. You can't imagine introducing them to certain people in your life because you know what those people would say. Deep down, you know it's not right, but you're trying to force it to be right through sheer willpower. The universe is asking you to be honest with yourself, brutally honest. Not the honesty you perform for other people, but the honesty you whisper to yourself at 3 in the morning when you can't hide anymore. Are you with your true love, or are you with someone you've convinced yourself is your true love because you're afraid of the alternative? Are you single and waiting for your true love, or are you single and settling for situations that don't serve you because you don't want to be alone? Are you open to receiving true love, or are your walls so high that your person couldn't reach you even if they tried? The universe can only deliver what you're ready to receive. If you're not ready, if you're carrying too much baggage, if you're still trying to force something that isn't working, If you're unavailable emotionally, even if you're single physically, the universe will wait. It will keep sending signs. It will keep trying to guide you, but you have to listen. You have to trust. You have to be willing to let go of what's not right to make space for what is. Here's what I need you to understand with absolute certainty. If you're in the wrong relationship, leaving is not failure, staying is. Leaving takes courage. Leaving honors your truth. Leaving creates space for both of you to find your actual person. Yes, it will hurt. Yes, it will be hard. Yes, people might judge you. But temporary pain is better than permanent wrongness. A year from now, 5 years from now, you'll look back and thank yourself for being brave enough to choose authenticity over comfort. And if you're single and discouraged, your person is coming. The universe is working right now to bring you together. Every experience you're having is preparing you. Every lesson you're learning is necessary. Every moment of loneliness is teaching you to be whole on your own so you can be healthy with someone else. Don't settle. Don't force it. Don't lower your standards because you're afraid of being alone. Being alone is infinitely better than being with the wrong person. And your person, your true love, is worth the wait. The universe wants you to know that true love exists. It's not a fairy tale or a fantasy or something that only happens to other people. It's real, it's possible, and it's meant for you. But you have to be willing to do the work. You have to be willing to be honest about what's not working. You have to be willing to wait for what's right instead of settling for what's available. You have to be willing to trust the timing, even when it doesn't make sense. You have to be willing to believe that the universe has a plan, even when you can't see it. Your true love story is being written right now. Every choice you make, every person you meet, every door that closes and opens, it's all part of the story. And the universe is the author, crafting something more beautiful than you can imagine. So here's what I'm asking you to do. If you're in a relationship that doesn't feel right, have the courage to acknowledge it. Talk to your partner. Get clear on what you're feeling. Consider therapy if you think the relationship can be saved. But if your gut is telling you it's not your person, trust that knowing. Give yourself and them the gift of truth. If you're single and waiting, stop treating your singleness like a problem to be solved. Use this time to become the person your true love deserves. Work on yourself. Heal your wounds. Clarify your values. Develop your interests. Build a life you love. When your person shows up, you want to be ready and pay attention to the signs the universe is sending. That feeling of knowing when you meet someone, that sense of ease and rightness, that alignment of values and vision, that chemistry that can't be forced. Trust it, follow it, choose it, even if it's scary, even if the timing seems wrong, even if it doesn't make logical sense. Your true love is out there. Or maybe they're already here and you're just starting to see them clearly. Either way, the universe is guiding you every single day with every sign and synchronicity and inner knowing. Trust it. Trust yourself. Trust that you deserve real, deep, authentic, transformative love. Because you do, you absolutely do, and it's coming. Faster than you think, closer than you imagine. The universe is working right now to bring your person to you, or to show you clearly whether the person you're with is truly yours. All you have to do is pay attention, stay open, and trust the journey. Now, I need you to be part of this community we're creating. Subscribe to this channel right now if you haven't already, because the universe will continue sending you messages through our content. You'll be first to receive the guidance when you need it most. Watch this video all the way to the end, because that commitment tells the universe you're serious about finding or recognizing your true love. Those who watch completely are blessed first. And please, leave a comment. Tell me your story. Are you waiting for your person? Have you found them? Are you struggling to know if who you're with is right? Your comment creates energy, sends a signal to the universe, and helps others who are on the same journey. And if you want, tell me from which corner of the world you are watching this video. Your comment matters, and I want to read it and respond to you. For more exciting stories like this, click on the video that appears on your screen right now.